Hello guys, welcome back. Today we react to Spider-Man 2018 story recap watched before playing Marvel Spider-Man 2. This is 20 minutes long. It got posted 7 days ago by PlayStation Grenade. Yeah, I want to let you guys know that he posted this 20 minutes ago. I was going to react to it. That's why it's so red. Because I did try to go and watch it, and then I saw this. Let's react to this and then this before my Marvel Spider-Man 2. But let's begin.
Welcome back to PlayStation Grenade. Hello there, I'm Adam, and it's time to recap the events in Marvel Spider-Man from back in 2018. Let's do this. This isn't your typical superhero origin tale. The moment we first see Spider-Man, he's already been the web slinger for years, with a personal correspondent at the police department no less. The PlayStation Spider-Man seems to have the perfect life, and in the very first scene, we take down Kingpin. After 8 years of trying, he's finally going to prison, once and for all, and New York is safe.
In 1 month you wish you had me back!
In a meme with that in 1 month, because a month ago, or exactly from a month from Spider-Man 2 coming out, people will say in 1 month. If you guys don't get it, I don't know.
The web slinger's life is all about balance,
But I'm
being
pretty sure you guys get
Spider-Man
it.
while still living a relatively normal life as Peter Parker. Things aren't as great in his everyday life. Peter will likely lose his apartment soon as the bills are piling up and eviction looms. His love life isn't great too. Mary Jane Watson was his girlfriend, but now they've separated. And this Peter is holding down his dream job. And no, he isn't a photographer. He quit the Daily Bugle and is now working with Dr. Otto Octavius to create these mechanical limbs. Nothing bad will ever come of Dr. Octavius, right?
Not yet.
Now the Kingpin is behind bars, the Daily Bugle needs a story, and that's where Mary Jane comes in. She's a reporter looking for the scoop. Surprisingly, at Fisk's museum, she stumbles across an old statue that has a secret compartment within it and unveils a document about something called Devil's Breath. Before we can learn more, the museum is attacked by a new enemy known as the Demons. They take the document and evade Spider-Man.
Hello there.
Peter and MJ reconnect over dinner until he ditches her to go take down the Shocker in a pretty epic boss fight. Peter is very close to his Aunt May, who works.
I mean, it wasn't really a boss fight. It kind of was like a chase. I'll chase him down, but like, yeah, but I still get it. But like, it's technically wasn't a boss fight.
And the Shocker
Later on, it would be a boss fight with Soccer, and he both would say it because apparently he's doing the whole time game.
in a pretty epic boss
20
fight.
minutes.
Peter is very close to his Aunt May, who works at a local feast kitchen, a place for the homeless. Peter is often here to see his aunt, and he's built up a relationship with the owner of the establishment, Mr. Martin Lee, who so happens to have a degree in art history, which is a coincidence because Peter needs him to identify the demon mask taken from the museum heist. Martin Lee warns Peter that MJ may be in trouble if she doesn't drop this story.
It could be connected to dangerous people.
But we know MJ, she has no intentions of giving this up. Whilst doing our day job with Dr. Octavius, his workplace is suddenly shut down by none other than Norman Osborn, Peter's best friend's dad, who is also the mayor of the city, and it definitely appears like he's doing this on purpose to keep his former business partner and competitor behind him. Oh, and there's an important plot point here, as Pete's best mate Harry Osborn isn't in this game, he's supposedly away in Europe right now. After another boss fight, again with the Shocker, Spider-Man starts working closely with the police and his trusted captain Yuri Watanabe. She directs him to a fellow cop named Jefferson Davis.
Call me Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And I'm sure you know this, but just in case.
These memes, bro. My name is Jeff.
Named Jefferson Davis.
Call me Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
And I'm sure you know this, but just in case, Jefferson Davis is the father of Miles Morales. And this line is just great.
You remind me of my son. Started taking apart the TV when he was 5. Now he's unlocking his friends' phones.
Sounds like he could teach me a few things.
Big Jeff and Spidey, with a warrant in hand, search a warehouse to find the Demons gang is stealing weapons. A chase begins with Jeff and Spidey on their case, and during the kerfuffle, Jefferson Davis saves Peter's life. I bet his son, Miles, is very proud. All the while, MJ is still hunting for answers to that demon story. Long story short, now Fisk is behind bars, the demons are systematically taking over all his businesses and territory. Peter returns home after a hard day web slinging to find out that he has been evicted. The locks have been changed and everything has been thrown into the trash, which Peter then tracks down the correct garbage truck and gets his tech back. But sadly now Peter is homeless and he's forced to sleep at the feast shelter in Aunt May's office. Another cool fight scene with the demons and a helicopter, and it so happens Officer Jeff's son is watching and he's a huge Spider-Man fan.
Hey, fanboy.
Little does he know, Spider-Man is a big fan of his dad. And the city now watches as Jeff receives an award from the mayor. Of course, great moments like these don't last very long in the comic book world. Mayor Osborn receives a phone call.
Over the coming days, your company, your city, and everything you care about will be destroyed.
And people start to go boom.
People starting to go boom. Yeah, but this
is also the first time we play as Miles as Peter recovers from
that mission right there, like what's happening was actually intense, and I get to choose even watching this again and even play through it. It's actually insane of how intense and how awesome it was to able to see all of it. But yeah, it's pretty lit. Yeah, it's cool.
This is also the first time we play as Miles as Peter recovers from a blast to the face. Miles saves his mother and then hunts for his father.
Dad! Dad, no! Wake up! Wake up!
Jefferson Davis is laid to rest. The origin story of Miles Morales has already begun.
I just wanted to say, I know what you're going through. That's what you were gonna say, right?
Peter is certain Martin Lee is the leader of the demons, yet Yuri won't act on this without proof. Suddenly, Silver Sable arrives, and she's no second-class hero here. She takes Spider-Man down with ease. Luckily, Yuri is here to vouch for Pete. It turns out Norman Osborn has called in Sable and her task force to protect him from the demons. Peter hooks up Miles with a job at the Feast Kitchen to help him escape his grief. Bad timing on the TV, mate. Whilst here, Peter finds a secret room in Martin Lee's office. Inside we get the answers we need and the evidence that Yuri needs. Martin Lee hates Norman Osborn with a passion. Look at this board. We also find files about the Devil's Breath. But wait, this room is booby-trapped, designed to eliminate anyone who finds his secrets. But Pete is built different. While leaving, Martin Lee returns to catch Peter snooping around, but they both stay calm. And as Peter attempts to follow Lee, he can't because he's attacked by his own friends at Feast. Martin Lee can manipulate people, corrupting them with their own thoughts, because Martin Lee is Mr. Negative. Peter continues to live this double life, going back and forth between work with Dr. Octavius and being the web-slinger around New York. The prosthetic arms Otto and Pete are working on are improving, but they're having many setbacks before they can test this in real life.
Damn it!
Elsewhere, Peter is trying to get back with MJ, but she's totally driven by her career and the demon story. News comes in that the demons are searching for a scientist
It makes sense. Focus on your career and focus on stuff first. Yeah, I would have wanted to get back together, and I'm pretty they are towards the end of the game if you watched it, and we will find out.
Korea and the demon story. News comes in that the demons are searching for a scientist known as Morgan.
Oh, and he didn't show the shocker actual boss fight where he fought. He showed him walking out of the bank, and that's where the soccer boss fight was happening. But yeah.
And the demon story. News comes in that the demons are searching for a scientist known as Morgan Michaels. We don't know much, but we rush to a fancy dress party which he may be at.
Check out my moves.
Spider-Man is constantly one step behind, and to change this we head to Oscorp to infiltrate Norman Osborn's company to find out that Devil's Breath is a side effect of something called GR27.
I'm sorry I'm yawning, but I mean, it is 9 o'clock in the morning, and I woke up maybe like an hour or so ago.
That devil's breath is a side effect of something called GR27. The original GR27 was designed to fix genetic issues in humans, but as tests continued, it became apparent that this was so contagious that it could cause a worldwide pandemic. Hence the nickname Devil's Breath. To our knowledge, there is only one vial of this stuff, and it's with super scientist Morgan Michaels. Back to real life, and daytime Peter and Dr. Octavius have excelled at their neural link limbs. Revolutionary stuff right here, and Octavius reveals something about himself.
My doctors call it a degenerative neurological disorder. The worst part is, it only affects the muscles.
All this research was actually for himself, as he's losing the function of his body and he doesn't want to go out that way. Nothing wrong with that. Bro hug moment. Back on the street, we catch up with Miles Morales, who finds himself in a fight with thugs, and it so happens that Spider-Man is around. A touching moment between the two as Miles fanboys a bit.
You're the amazing Spider-Man. You're the spectacular Spider-Man.
And a few other choice adjectives Jameson used.
Amazing Spider-Man, you guys get it, and Spectacular Spider-Man, you guys get it. If you guys don't get it, then you guys not really a Spider-Man fan. And I'm a Spider-Man fan, like a diehard fan.
The amazing Spider-Man. You're the spectacular Spider-Man.
And a few other choice adjectives Jameson uses.
And then gets a free sparring lesson. The location of Morgan Michaels is revealed, and the demons are already there and attacking his convoy. They want the Devil's Breath vial. Mr. Negative tries to corrupt Peter, and we go into this weird negative dream sequence, but he's too strong and finds a way out. Long story short, the demons get away, and Silver Sable isn't happy. But at least we save Morgan Michaels. So, Devil's Breath is Norman Osborn's fixation. He needs it for something, or rather someone, very secret. To Norman, this isn't a weapon, this is a way to heal. Time passes and we don't hear anything for a while, so MJ takes a trip to Grand Central Station and is kidnapped by Martin Lee, who has used that vial of Devil's Breath to make a bomb. He then calls Mayor Osborn with an ultimatum.
I want you at Grand Central Terminal in 30 minutes. By yourself. Or there'll be more blood on your hands.
Are we going to get a bad guy face-off? Well, no, because Spider-Man is already here, and along with MJ, they disarm the bomb and save a train full of passengers. The icing on the cake has to be the capture of Mr. Negative. It's just a typical day for the duo, but their relationship remains a mess. Never text and swing. Peter meets back up with Dr. Octavius, and look what has happened. Otto has completed their studies and the intracranial interface is complete. Pete checks and there's a high probability that the Doc's memory and brain functions will be impeded imminently. Soon, Doc Ock will take over Otto. It's only a matter of time.
Thank you, Peter, for everything.
And yeah, it happened 20 seconds later when the Doc sees Norman Osborn on TV. His rage and anger are taking over. The storyline goes from 1 to 100 now, as the Devil's Breath vial is stolen, and at the very same time a mass prison break occurs. During this action scene, Spider-Man saves Captain Yuri and faces off with many supervillains, including Electro, Vulture, Rhino, Scorpion and Mr. Negative. Peter tries to take them all on, but there's one more villain joining them. The Sinister Six is now complete, as Doc Ock is the leader. Surprisingly, Doc Ock does not kill Spider-Man. Instead, he gets a warning. This is likely because Otto believes Peter designed Spider-Man's suit and still has dear feelings towards his understudy. It doesn't stop him yeeting Spider-Man from the top of the raft.
My back!
Doc Ock goes full villain mode and releases Devil's Breath over Times Square. Everyone will become sick in the vicinity, which means most, if not all, will unalive in the next 7 days. The city is now overrun. Sable International, the police and the escaped criminals are doing battle citywide. Looting and fires break out, one of which has Miles and Aunt May in this perilous position. But don't worry, teamwork makes the dream work and everyone is okay. Spider-Man then uses Batman-style detective work to track down Doc Ock's new lair. But this was all part of the Doc's plan. An ambush begins. Electro and Vulture team up, but Spider-Man comes out on top again. 2 of the Sinister Six are now in custody, 4 to go. Scorpion injects Spidey with a neurotoxin, and after a trippy fight scene, Peter makes a cure, because
Yes, science!
and then wakes up in his underwear. Come on, we've all been there. Peter also takes this opportunity to check.
Have we all been there? Have we? unless you unless you just wear underwear to go to bed, like you take off everything and go to bed with your underwear on only. Shirt off, pants off, socks off, shoes off, like everything. You would just wear your underwear to just go to bed, because most people do that. Women, men, some of them do. Some of them go to bed naked. Women, men, but yeah, I want to stop talking.
Up in his underwear. Come on, we've all been there. Peter also takes this opportunity to check on loved ones and realizes that Aunt May is infected with the Devil's Breath. We need to find a cure, and fast.
I am fine, Peter. Just a little rundown.
Meanwhile, Miles has gone on a daring run to find medical supplies at Sable compounds and bumps into these two.
I apologize.
Miles doesn't have any superpowers, but escapes all the same with that training he received earlier on.
You want a taste?
Nah, I'm good, kid.
And then it's time for another epic battle, this time between Spider-Man and Rhino and Scorpion.
Got that done.
A little sport together time might help you boys learn to play nice.
4 of the Sinister Six are now back behind bars. Spidey's partner in crime, MJ, finds a way to break into Norman Osborn's apartment to look for clues, and wow, does she find them. First bombshell, Harry Osborn, Peter and MJ's childhood friend, is revealed to be seriously unwell.
Why didn't you tell us you were sick?
And that Devil's Breath is being prepared to help him, but the chances of survival are small. This explains Norman's obsession with Devil's Breath. He wants to save his son and never really intended to weaponize that substance. At least, not yet. Bombshell number 2. Behind the family portrait of Norman and Harry is a secret room. In here we have goblin grenades.
What are these things? Prototype hand grenades?
This object here which has something living inside. And an anti-serum for Devil's Breath is confirmed to be possible. And wait, there's another bombshell, bombshell number 3, confirmation about Martin Lee's origin. It turns out that he underwent clinical trials at Oscorp, who kinda accidentally created his alter ego, Mr. Negative. That's why Martin Lee also hates Norman Osborn. MJ overstays her welcome, and just in time she hides from Silver Sable, who bursts in. She just knows when someone's around. Oh, and this happens. We'll talk about that soon. After a short face-off with Sable International, she agrees to work with Spidey to save Mayor Osborn. She takes on the riffraff, while Spider-Man faces Lee one-on-one, who is hell-bent on revenge.
You used them.
This won't bring your parents back.
Another bad guy, another epic battle, with Spider-Man coming out on top and claiming the Devil's Breath anti-serum. 5 Sinister Six members down, just 1 to go. Doc Ock busts in and not only gets away with the anti-serum, he also takes the mayor with him. Spider-Man had failed, and I don't think he's gonna get up again. But then there's a stunning scene with Morgan Michaels, Sable, Miles and co as they work together to save their Spider-Man.
Yeah.
His only thought when waking is...
Take it easy.
Where's May?
It may be too late for Aunt May. She could pass away any moment, and Peter has a moment of self-doubt.
I don't know if I can beat him.
Maybe you can't.
Maybe Spider-Man needs,
Maybe
his
Spider-Man
friend,
needs help
Peter.
from his friend Peter.
I knew it.
Peter helped build those arms, remember? If anyone can find a weakness, it's him.
Luckily, MJ is there to alleviate that issue.
Go get him, Tiger.
Oh, and something totally unrelated happens.
said it.
The spider that had crawled on MJ's clothing at the laboratory decides to get off again, and then bites Miles Morales. I wonder what that means. But there's no time to think about that now. It's time for the final battle, Spider-Man versus Doc Ock. But this time, Peter makes a suit that will even the odds in the battle. The Anti-Ock suit. As the rain pours down, Doc Ock ascends the Oscorp Tower and says goodbye to his former friend, Harry Osborn.
You're a failure, Otto! And you always will be!
Don't worry, he's okay. The final battle is the most epic of the game, with Doc Ock Spider-Man's superior. But there's a moment in this fight that changes everything.
Such a disappointment.
Peter.
Parker.
Oh, shoot.
You knew? I tried to warn you, Peter, but you didn't listen.
You knew.
This means too much to me.
Not more than it means to me!
Peter is now able to treat Doc Ock as the real enemy rather than the friend he wishes to save. And, well, see for yourself.
Otto! Stop!
If you want to change the world, you have to be the kind of man who can make the hardest decisions.
I couldn't
Agree
more.
No!
The anti-serum.
Without that neural link, Doc Ock is no threat, and the two men speak for the last time.
I saw you as a son. I should have known you'd turn on me, just like all the others.
Turn. I've worshipped you. Your mind, your conscience, wanting to help others. The way you never gave up. You were everything I wanted to be. You just threw it away.
No! If they put me away, they'll take my arms. I'll be trapped in this useless body. And of course, you rest easy, knowing your secret is safe with me.
You do what you think is best, Doc. It's all any of us can.
Peter?
Even though it hurt like hell.
Even when it hurts like hell.
Peter, where are you going? Peter? Peter!
Shut up.
This story isn't yet over. With the vial of anti-serum in hand, Peter has one last decision to make. Does he give the vial to Morgan Michaels to replicate and cure the entire city, or does he use it to help the woman who raised him, Aunt May?
Take off your mask. I want to see my nephew.
You knew?
I've known for a while.
I never wanted you to worry.
I did. And I am so proud of you. And Ben will be too. All the people you've saved.
I don't know what to do.
Yes, you do.
Peter chooses the greater good and sits with his aunt until she passes. Let's not finish this story on such heartache. Life goes on. The cure to Devil's Breath is successful. Doc Ock is secured behind bars.
Good.
Mary Jane is now an associate editor at the Daily Bugle. And Miles has something to tell us too.
I think it's better that I just, I show you.
No. It's pretty weird, right?
Not that weird.
Not that weird.
There's a second Spider-Man. We'll go through his adventure in the next video. There is now only one loose end. The enigma of Harry Osborn, Peter's best friend, has been here all along, waiting in stasis as his father searches for a cure.
I will find a cure. I love you, son.
Boom.
Venom is coming.
Yeah. Okay guys, that was Spider-Man 2018 story recap. Watch before playing Marvel Spider-Man 2. Yeah, we're gonna be reacting to the Miles one, possibly tomorrow. Well, not gonna be reacting to today, but you might not see that until tomorrow. But I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys did enjoy the video, please drop a like on the video, comment below, subscribe, post notifications for the syndromes. Don't forget, Spider-Man 2 drops a week from now. It's Monday, and it's coming out on Friday of next week. And I'm pretty sure I'm able to play it on Thursday because I got a deluxe edition of it, and I'm excited. Stay tuned to October 20th. October 20th, when it drops, I'll be posting 2 or 3 videos of Spider-Man 2 story every single day till we beat it. Also subscribe and post notifications because I will be doing a stream maybe like a month or so after it released. I did platinum it after I beat the game, and I'll be doing a whole entire stream of playing Spider-Man 2 from start to finish in one stream. Yeah, subscribe, post notifications to be known when I do go live to play Spider-Man 2, and whenever I post Spider-Man 2 content. And I'd hope you guys on the next video. Peace out.